welcome, welcome. Thank you all for joining us this beautiful Thursday evening. Hope y'all out there doing well. Tonight we're here again with Jazzy Moto,
Somebody's voice is real low.
Mega Elixir, the Gamers Den, and OG Double. Is everything cool? Can everybody hear everything?
Uh-huh.
Yep, yep. So to get it started, let me ask all y'all a question. What have
All right.
has everybody been playing this week?
The
Meg
house?
Elixir, you go first.
Um, okay. I I was just for me, I'm just like playing like the same games, trying to clear up my backlog. So basically like Persona 4 Golden again and Tales of Vesperia.
Oh, nice.
So yeah.
That's what's up. Guess I'll go. I've been still dabbling in the Elden Ring. I'm trying to get my main character stronger. So I've been farming some runes here and there. Streaming Fall Guys last night. That game is a lot of fun. And I'm gonna put a lot of hours into that. Tonight I'm looking forward to playing this Naraka, this new battle royale that came out. We discussed it last week. So as of now, that's what's on my plate.
Right now, I am testing. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Right now, I'm playing again. I'm back in the Sky Realm, having some fun with that. As
Nice.
always, Call of Duty on a daily basis,
Oh boy.
and I'll finish. I think I'll finish Plague's Tale this week. Yeah, I finished Plague's Tale, and I also downloaded Naraka and played through the first training mission, as I call it. It's okay,
Nice.
but you can yeah, but you can tell that game was really designed for a mouse and keyboard if you're playing it with a controller.
Which will be a great interlude into later topics. Double M.
That is all I'm playing at the moment.
So
What's
you
up,
said the
Dub?
rock is just okay. But Double M, did he mute himself?
Very low.
He
I
muted.
don't
You were
Go
hear it.
ahead.
totally muted. You were totally
You
muted.
can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you
Yeah, I
just
hear you
fine.
now. I
You
hear
were
you
Yeah, I
now.
can
totally
hear you.
muted. We didn't hear you at all until you said,
I
"Can you
wonder why
hear me?"
everybody sounds so low.
Um,
Check here.
What you playing though?
Well, it may be something that can be fixed on the other end.
I'm playing Chorus, the spaceship game.
How do you like it?
I like it. It's pretty cool. It's better than what I thought. And I tried a little of that free to play game, Ranaka. It's pretty simplistic. The controls and everything. That's about it for me.
So, Rich, what are you playing?
Well, we just did a playthrough of that Ninja Turtles.
Oh
So
yeah.
that Shredder's Revenge. That was nostalgic. It was a great play. If you an old school arcade fan, you need
You
to play.
realize AA chat, he just made a new word up, so write that down.
You need to play Ninja Turtles. Uh, other than that, my regulars PUBG, but battle royales. Uh, Max Payne. I'm getting through Max Payne 3 pretty well. And that's pretty much it. That's all. Just the Ninja Turtles is the only new edition. I'm gonna be like everybody else. I'm gonna sample that Naraka when I get a
Indeed.
chance. But I kind of want to stream that first as a playthrough, and I went back to Destiny too.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. People in the
Went back to
chat.
Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
I was just gonna say, people in the
Because I missed
chat, feel free to let us know what games you're playing. So share. Feel free to share. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, what was he about to say?
Talking about Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I was done talking about Ninja Turtles. Oh, I was talking about sampling the
Oh,
rock.
you made that word up, nostalgia-rific. Remember
Yeah,
that? So
yeah.
you were still
I
pointing that out.
moved on to Naraka. That's what I
Okay.
was talking about, and waiting to being able to play that and see how that was. That was the next point. But anyway, uh, that was everybody.
So did anyone have the opportunity to look at or hear or read some of the information that Turn 10 had sent out about Forza Motorsport
No,
that's coming out in 2023 and all the advancements that they say they're doing with the physics? And they came out and basically said it's definitely going to be doing ray tracing. I don't know, and I'm trying to get clarity at 4K 60. If that is the case, that would be an achievement within itself.
you said 4K and 60 frames.
I
Yeah.
I said I thought that is what they stated.
That's what it. I'm reading the title from Gaming Gen. Runs at
And
4K 60 frames per second on Xbox Series X. They're
with
only
ray
saying.
tracing.
Yep.
I
In
don't see the ray
game.
tracing. It's more than likely with ray tracing. Yeah, that says with the support of ray tracing. Yes, that is correct.
Yeah. Some people have doubts about this performance
Right.
though. With ray tracing, like it looks impressive and detailed. But I remember reading they said they have an option where you can like turn it off or turn it on. I mean, what is it? When the race is carried out and when it ends, and not in a competition, to better manage the game resources.
Only when you playing by yourself.
You said you were very low. Can everyone hear me? Because I think somehow we're sounding very low.
Let me turn.
I think everything sounds fine on my end.
Okay, only one I'm having a problem here is Sir Rich. Really?
Yeah.
I guess now I hear him a little bit. Okay, no problem. I think a lot of the controversy going over in regard to Forza 8. I mean, they're calling it Forza Motorsport, not Forza 8. I'm calling Forza Motorsport. Is that Digital Foundry came out and said they were running two modes of ray tracing, something, so to speak, and it was running on a PC.
What for this Forza?
Yeah,
This article, they just talking about how the ray tracing and how it helps simulate and all that. They just pumping it up.
Yeah, the one I'm looking at, it says the Motorsport trailer post that the footage was shown wasn't captured on an Xbox. It was actually on a PC. Although
right,
they made it clear that the console will offer a similar experience.
right.
Similar.
That's the jokes he was getting to.
But wasn't Forza Horizon running on a PC as well? And it came out looking almost exactly alike the demo. So I don't have a problem with them saying it was run on the PC because they're following the same mantra
Mhm.
as Forza Horizon.
Because they backed it up in the past, which is understandable. So,
Right.
because it's not like they
And
didn't
then,
do it before.
so I don't have a problem with that. Double, what you think?
I believe he muted himself again.
Let's see what I think of Forza.
of the conversation, yeah, what we think about Forza and the ray tracing, 4K 60, and all those elements.
I'll be honest. I do not care about Forza.
You don't?
I don't. No, I
Why?
don't play them.
All right,
You have
okay.
never played a Forza game?
I've played them, but the thing is they look beautiful. Every last one of them.
But you don't
Whenever I
like
play them, I
Sims.
just can't get into them.
So you don't like Sims.
Yeah, yeah. That's one thing. I'm more of an arcade racer. You know, those Need for Speeds and Project Gotham racing. You know, stuff like that.
Same, but
Okay.
I
also when they come
understand.
out
I'm
with
in
shit
this.
like this,
I'm in the same boat as Double M, except I like kart racers more.
I do like car races too.
it's true,
Yeah.
true.
But
Cars.
Forza always looks beautiful. It's like nice to look at. But
It-
whenever I play them, they feel blah. You know?
It's the
Feel
car
blah.
simulator. It
You
is the
right,
simulator.
To
right.
be honest, I remember looking at like screenshots of like the latest like Forza Horizon that came out around like November of last year, and I remember thinking those were like actual like photos of real life locations.
Wow.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, you always blown away visually by Forza.
So you're saying
Always.
you like the visual effects.
Yeah, and then you like when you go to play them, it feels sluggish to me. I never feel a sense of speed with those games.
You don't get
I
that
don't know
Is
why.
adrenaline rush.
that because
it takes
it requires
it
you to
takes
work?
practice. Yeah,
Did you say it again?
It's because it requires you to work.
Yeah,
Because, for
I think
instance,
so.
Horizon is a fun game, like you say, it's arcadey. You just get in the car, you can drive it at 150, 200 miles an hour, drive around the corner, bang it up, no worries, no anything. Whereas uh, Forza, you really have to learn how to drive like you're driving a car. If you turn the corner tight, you'll spin out. It's not going to give you those uh,
Lean.
accoutrements like a Forza Horizon and
Yes.
all the brakes.
That's what we were talking about with a flight simulator. Like if they had like a free play version, you just jump in, fly,
Exactly.
and
Up, 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 up. You know who don't like Flight Simulator? Up. Got him.
no, I'm just saying it's similar. You know, I understand
Ha-
both
Yes.
sides.
It
Yeah,
is,
because
but he has way more access to a manual shift car than an airplane. So
Yeah.
he can actually drive that. So that would be the defeat to that argument. Really, with me being silly.
I thought it was an interesting article, and actually the videos and all that they said about it. I mean, I am looking forward to it, and I had no problem with the game. The last Forza, I didn't beat, not the last one, the one before. What's that German track in Forza?
The Autobahn.
Nah, it's in the Autobahn, but it's that one track, and I would beat the game if I can do that track. And I think that track is what 16 miles long or something like that.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Your fingers.
What's the name of that track? Near Newham or something. Newbury.
Blah, 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 blah.
Remix.
You need a real freaking setup if you drive
Newbury.
in the video game. You need to set
You
up.
making a house remix?
You need to set up.
Yeah, but it's Newbury. I couldn't get the name of it. I think it's Newbury. I don't know the exact miles. I think it's like 12 to 15 miles, and you're in a race. And if you screw up, you can
Near
get. And I was
Altamont.
trying to
If you do
near
that with the
Altamont.
regular setup,
Yeah.
you better have the pedal and this wheel driving that many miles in a video game. I am not doing that with no control.
You have to tape down the trigger.
Please tell me you have the setup to do this.
Nope.
You need to get it if you get that for us.
I think I'm trying to figure out how many miles that.
That race is.
Yeah, no, it's actually 12.94 miles.
Dang.
So what's that? Like a 6 minute, 7 minute race going 120.
Making all the correct turns.
Yeah, and if you screw one turn up, you're gonna lose. So I never beat that game because that I did all the tracks, won every race, and every time I got to that track, I'd make a turn, do it the wrong way, a car passed me, and then the car gets so far ahead of me, and I quit. I'm like, nope, not doing it.
Yeah, because we'll mess
And
with
that's
you.
now if I was in Forza Horizon, it wouldn't be an issue.
No, because you get back up, hit some nitro, keep it moving. Do
Boost.
cilantro on the low gear and keep it pushing. Like nothing ever happened.
There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gamers In podcast.
Whoa, hello. Hello,
Who was that?
Double.
That was me
Rating
on
the
mistake.
podcast.
This gamer's
Hey,
DMZ
hey,
up in
hey,
here. One last thing I was reading. It said the day and night cycle will have an impact on the races as it'll modify the temperature on the track. It says this will be combined with an important innovation in the game as the tires will now have 8 contact points. In the past, it only had 1, so that is a big jump.
So my goodness.
Yep, so the game system...
Some of your tire can be wet and some of your tire can be dry.
Yeah. So
no.
the game system will have an update in real time, the condition of the tires and their performance on the track according to the temperature and the wear. Don't forget the wear.
That's a lie. You playing DayZ cars. That's
Yep. Yeah. Utilize that pit stop. Rotate them tires.
No burning out at all. You gonna mess yourself out. Nope. You better be perfect launching. You gonna burn out at all. You better be doing perfect launches.
For real.
And the heat matters, like he said. The 100-degree day and the tire traction is impacted by the heat.
Yeah.
Or lack thereof. Or rain.
They get all ooey and gooey.
Right.
They get soft when it's hot. Ugh.
Think about that when you're playing it in the rain.
Flip and slide. That's what I said. You driving when the rain start as you driving. Some of your tires gonna be a little wet. Portion of the tire gonna be wet and the other portion gonna be dry. It's scary. Hydroplane man. So
looking forward to it.
Yeah, you keep bringing that up. You like that Forza. You like, yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait. Can't wait for that.
I give it a good try.
So you like the simulators more than arcades?
I like the realism at times, yes, because I'm going around track. But Forza Horizon is fun. So if you want to just do fun, I think I like both.
Depends on the mood.
Yeah, the exact mood.
That's like me with, do I want to play Warzone, Call of Duty, or do I want to play PUBG?
Right.
So that's my comparison.
And the problem I have with, not a problem, that's the wrong word, but the reason why I say I would probably do Forza Motorsport over Horizon because Horizon just has too much. And that's not a bad thing. It's just too much. I don't think I know that many people who has completed every game or race in Horizon. Forza Horizon 5. Do you?
No. I don't know. Yeah, they just play it and they enjoy it. I don't know anybody.
Right. And I don't know anyone that has completed every little race in Forza Horizon 5. I know I haven't. And I get tired of it after a set for a while, but it's just too many things to do. It seems like, yeah, I know it's a finite game, but it seems infinite.
Because there's so much to do, but the races, they get longer and longer. Like I say, I'm with a double on this one. That the arcade is more my speed because the realism. I think the only super realistic game that I got really, really like caught up in was Dirt. and I don't know why.
Dirt?
That game is hard. Trying to soup up your car, going through those off-road courses at a high speed, man, that mess is hard. Hard.
Well, you
Having to
must
learn
kind
how
of
to shift.
yeah. Well, that's if you do that, yeah. Because I ain't trying to do. I just want to get in the car and
Be
race.
right back. Give me a minute.
Yes,
I'm not
sir.
trying to worry about the stick shifting.
Just go and
I'm just,
stop. All right.
I just want to put the pedal to the metal.
Yeah, all that. But I'm saying like it matters because they have a lot of sharp turns and it's
Oh, I
moving.
know. I mean, yeah. People will tell you any day it's better to have a car with the manual uh, over the automatic, and I agree. So, in the end result, do you guys think in the end it's going to be Forza? So we can move on. Forza will be 4K 60 with ray tracing, and it will be dynamic 4K. I'm going for dynamic 4K if it does.
Yeah. I honestly, I don't know. I just want to wait and see. Like
I'll say dynamic because it's a racing game with like really good graphical fidelity. But yeah.
Agree with you on that. 100%. So we will have to wait and see, and we'll know that our digital foundry will come out with an in-depth analysis of the game. So moving on, lady and gentlemen, what do you guys think about Final Fantasy VII Remake?
I don't like how they're making it a trilogy. I seem to feel that's kind of odd.
yeah. Like just give me the game and let me play it for nostalgia's sake, please.
Now that's
Well,
just coming.
I
Go
can't
ahead.
wait because I played the remake. Well, I've beaten like the original like years ago, and then I played the remake and I was like, wow, this is like a totally like new experience. So yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first one, the original. Played it several times over several years. It was just to turn off like giving me a little slice of pizza. Like, can I have the whole thing, please? Let me eat what I want to eat. Let me play what I want to play. So that was my main issue.
Like what with the remake or something?
Mm-hmm.
Uh well, I could kind of see why they like I guess divide it into like parts because they want to like perfect like every detail
How
I
much money
and
they
like
can get?
Yeah,
yeah.
I
and
agree
you
with you on the
have
money. I
to
Yep.
think it's
and
money.
Ding 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 ding. Like I get what you're saying, Mega Elixir, and it does make sense, because okay, play
I
this
mean
part.
that's at least what like the developers say.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see that.
That's what they would like. The developers would like that, but the company, they like, yeah, spread it out. So
Mm-hmm.
can you
I'll
make
charge you
them
full
three
price for
games?
each one.
Yeah, that's what the higher ups see basically. I feel like.
We gotta stretch this Final Fantasy VII out. We
Yep.
said we would never remake it, but now we're
Surprise.
remaking it, but we're not. We're changing it just enough, so it's a totally different experience.
Here,
Oh,
play this while we finish.
Did they say they were just going to make it one complete game, or did they say that
No, they
they're
said
going
it's gonna be a trilogy
to?
at the
Yeah.
end of Sony Play.
Okay, so the next issue or topic in regard to Final Fantasy VII, I got a couple of questions for the uh, team. What do you guys think about it being exclusive to PlayStation? And after all these years, and now you got a lot of Xbox players, gamers, kind of upset that it's not coming.
I don't think it's confirmed that part 2 is only going to be on PlayStation. Is it?
That would be silly.
Yeah, and
They didn't really.
think about it. Didn't they say about the other ones and then surprise? So
Well, how
After they
many
sold-
years?
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, after they sold X amount of copies, after they sell a whole bunch, you can't sell no more to a certain. They flood the market, then they go to a different market. That's the only way.
I think they're gonna do the same thing because like we were saying, money. Microsoft got the money. Sony has the money, but not like at the same level. So I can totally see that happening again. Like, oh, okay, all right, now y'all can play. That'll be $70.
So, do you think that it's going to be exclusive for a minute, or exclusive
I think
for 5 years, or
I
it's
think
going
for
to
a
come
few
out?
years. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you think, since that is a third-party developer, do you guys think that is how Sony or how Square Enix should play? And they took the money from Sony and ran with it for the time. Let's say if it is a timed exclusive. So you say they took the money away.
Ooh, you went away.
Excuse me, I said that they took the money and ran.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what about, so everyone gave their point of view on that? Because I
What did I
think
miss?
we are talking about Final Fantasy VII supposed exclusivity.
That sucks.
Oh.
Okay.
That totally sucks. And I think we already talked about this, how Square is Sony's lapdog.
Oh, you being blunt about it, but okay. You're going for it.
You think it's limited
Okay.
or it's a done deal? Like totally exclusive? You think they might change their mind later? What you think?
I really don't know what to think about Square right now.
I was about to say, keep in mind, part 1 was released on PC like a few months after it came to PlayStation 4, because like they did promise that it was going to be a time exclusive on PS4.
Let me provide additional clarity. What I mean by exclusivity, the PC has nothing to do with it. We strictly talking Xbox and PS.
Just console.
Consoles, right? Console, because they would be crazy not to release on
PC. Yeah. That's
so we're specifically in regard to Final Fantasy being console exclusive. So you had your point of view, Double. Is that what you think?
Yeah. I mean, how long we been waiting now?
Oh, I'm gonna wait till everybody else get their point out, because I have something to say, but I just want to make sure I'm last.
I'm just saying, how long Xbox users been waiting for that to come over?
Too long.
Has it been 2.5 years now?
It's been too long.
For what? The Final Fantasy?
What, 7 Remake?
Yeah, the remake.
About as how long the people been waiting?
7 Remake came out in like 2020, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, you're right. April 2020. You're right.
Yeah.
So it's been 2 years, right? 2 years, 2 months.
Yeah. Look how long they took to release Spider-Man on PC, though.
Wait, that's technically 4 years.
They
Because
have-
no,
well,
oh
that's
no,
because-
I'm tripping.
Because they saturated the market. They have to saturate the market first.
They didn't have people like Sony owned the IP. Well, they don't own the IP. They own the rights.
No, they don't.
For Spider-Man. He said Spider-Man, but Spider-Man, that Sony didn't have a development crew development crew in place to do PC. Okay. So now they bought what's the name of that shop? Double the Dell specific PC game development, and that's who Sony bought.
Blue Point.
That's it. I knew you knew. Here's my take on it, and I guess I'll say it like this:
Hot take.
I could give a freak less. I don't care. I bought Final Fantasy. Whatever the last one, have it, played it, wasn't interested. I got the Disney Final Fantasy, played it, not interested.
Kingdom
It's
Hearts,
something
that's the
that,
name of
yeah,
it.
Kingdom Hearts. I
Yeah.
don't like it. It just
Basically.
not my type of game. And
Classically elite.
and I don't like it. I'm not gonna say I don't. It didn't hold my level of interest, and I don't know if people can go in and on a granular level. I don't like the UI of Final Fantasy games when you log in. It makes me uh, think that I'm on a mouse and keyboard playing. You guys see how that little pointy
Yes.
mouse is on, and
Yes.
I don't
Depends
but from a
depends on
gamer.
which one you're playing.
Even like
Well,
Seven, the original
no,
Seven had the
all
little
of
hand.
yes,
It had the little
thing right,
glove. I still have
right,
it.
and yes, and that irritates me from a gaming perspective because that whole UI perspective makes me think I'm playing on a PC stuck in the 90s or early 2000s. I mean, think about it, how games have come up and they design a nice user interface, let's call it that, for gaming for that. And I look at Square Enix, I'm like, but that's a lot of Japanese games within itself that come with that type of presentation. And I just
Oh
feel
wait,
it's
are you talking about like Final Fantasy VII, the original?
I'm talking
Even
about
all of them,
all of
because the
them. So,
original had the little glove on there too. You had to
yes,
select it. You can either use the thumbstick or you can use it, but it was still the glove to select.
yes, and it just didn't appeal to me. But
I mean, it's
I
just a
don't
hand.
know, no, but it's the aesthetics to me, and I don't like it. And I just if people who love that fine
You broke up.
PS5, I don't play. It just it's a game that does not interest me. I know a lot of Xbox gamers would love to have Final Fantasy. I don't care if it comes, if it doesn't. If it come in Game Pass, I'll download it for 5 minutes. But the last point I want to say about this exclusivity and Sony going in there doing this. You heard that saying when you try to dig a grave for somebody, dig two. Dig one you want to dig for the person
Hmm.
you're trying to thwart, and dig one for yourself. So while you dig in a grave for somebody, dig one for you too. And that's the way I look at Sony with this exclusivity crap. Because you trying to stop somebody. Stop, you're not gonna feel too good about it. So that's the analogy. That's the analogy when I say this whole exclusivity thing is dig two graves, dig one for yourself and the one you're trying to dig for somebody else.
Because exclusivity was spawned from the fact that you couldn't play certain games on certain
Right.
consoles. It was
Hmm.
an actual technical impossibility. But now exclusivity really don't make sense.
It makes no sense.
It's
Zero.
a cool kids club thing. Back then it was like, oh, all right, I guess I'll get this system because this game's only available on that. Now it's like, no,
And it,
you can't play with us.
It was different on every
Japanese
system. Back
companies
then.
support each other.
Why are you trying to whisper? Why don't you say it?
Say it
some
loud.
wind in your chest. Put some wind in your chest when you say stuff.
One more time.
Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud.
That too.
Put some air in your chest when you speak.
so what does the chat think if they're engaged? What does the chat think? Does the chat think that not we, but Square Enix should say, you know what? All gamers deserve, from their perspective, and I'm emphasizing their perspective, our masterpieces.
Just a little side thing I want to put out. This doesn't relate to current times, but Final Fantasy 14 actually was originally a timed exclusive on the 360. You can look that up to correct me on that.
Let's look it up.
Yeah, look at
That
that.
Final
Let's look it
Fantasy
up.
14 came out on 360 first, then on PlayStation 3 later on.
I'm typing like Kermit.
I'm what you just talk. I also like Dave and Buster's.
Boo. fake. Y'all know
No,
what
she
I
said
Oh, it
she's
says
in the
why
chat.
no
Look
Final
at the chat.
Fantasy 14 for Xbox 360.
Hmm. Why no Final Fantasy
Oh,
14 for Xbox 360? You sure
Wait,
about that, Mark?
wait,
That
what?
was on Gamer
Megan?
Rant.
You sure about that, Megan?
Yeah, I'm really sure about that. First of all, what article are you looking at?
I'm looking at an article on Gamer Rant. It says, no, this wasn't Final Fantasy 14 because 14 is an MMORPG. So that's a,
Oh, 14.
yeah,
My
yeah.
bad. I mean,
You said,
13, I think.
yeah, I think you mean 13. Yeah.
Yeah.
Online one. I think that was the online. No, that was the one. Oh my goodness, so many fun effects.
13 is the
Not-
one with the female lead, right?
Yes, lightning.
Yeah, with the pink hair.
Lightning.
Okay, I remember that one.
Lightning. Her name is
I remember that one. Yeah.
So yeah, it's confirmed that Square Enix has made a Final Fantasy game that was a time exclusive on 360 on Xbox
How
console.
good was it?
And it
How
said
good
it's
was it,
hated.
Megan?
And I think a lot of people
Yeah,
had.
Gameworks was awesome.
I've never played Final Fantasy 13, but I've heard that between 12 and 13, it's one of the black sheep ones.
Really?
Yeah, not a lot of people like it 13, but I know there's some like people that are like, yeah, 13's not that bad, it's underrated, but yeah.
13 was highly disapproved upon. It's a niche game.
Yeah, but the funny thing is that it's in the combat style that Dad likes. So hey, Double M, that might be your favorite Final Fantasy game.
Okay, if it's in Game Pass, I'll try it out.
I think
Let
it's
me
in
look
Game
it up.
Pass.
Let me look. I got
13?
Game Pass on this. Let me look at my.
All them Ninja
Well, let's
Gaiden
see.
Because
been around that much.
I know there's like plenty of like Final
I got
Fantasies.
Xbox Ultimate on my laptop. Let me check.
So it plays like a
Maybe I
BioWare.
lost real quick. I
It
got
plays like a
Ultimate on
what?
my laptop. Hold on, let me look.
It plays like a BioWare game.
What does?
I don't believe that.
He's talking about FF13. I say it
Yeah,
plays more like
13.
Xenoblade, which is pretty much similar.
So it's like plays like 15 then.
Yeah, but 15 is like a hack and slash like I haven't played like
You could play it
13,
in
but
two ways. You could turn on turn based on it too.
That's cool to have that option.
Yeah, they had multiple options of where you could play that.
And that's another reason I really couldn't get into Final Fantasy games at first. This is me saying it. I don't like turn-based games. I cannot get into a turn-based game. Sorry.
It's hard. It's
That's
hard.
the one I'm currently.
I can't
so
do it.
so you playing 13?
Yeah, on and
playing
off though.
Final Fantasy 13.
It's on and off. I'm playing. It's like a late night, maybe 2 in the morning. Yeah.
Well, how does it play then? Since you've been playing it,
I personally like it. I'm playing it for nostalgia's sake, and I love the music. So aesthetics.
Is it turn-based?
It is in a sense. It's kind of
Good.
weird.
You can stay there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's just I couldn't do it. But
I haven't played Jade Empire, but looking at gameplay of Jade Empire, looking at screenshots, it looks like Jade Empire is similar to like Final Fantasy 13, like and Xenoblade. Because I know for sure I played Xenoblade, and I know for sure that when you encounter an enemy, you attack automatically, and you have to use skills during battle to get like the advantage, so you can like kill it that enemy.
oh, let me it is in Game Pass.
Some 13 up?
It is in Game Pass.
Jazz,
Yep,
can
that's
you
what
pull
I'm
some
playing.
13 up?
Yep. Check the Discord chat.
Yeah, because I need to like see gameplay too, because all I know is that 12 and 13. Well, all I know is that 12 was like the first Final Fantasy to have to not be turn-based.
I don't think 13 is turn-based, is it?
13 shouldn't be turn-based. Like last time I saw
Jazz,
gameplay,
you're
it
playing it.
isn't.
Jazz, you're playing it, right?
Yeah, on and off. Like it's on. To be honest,
But
it's
is
been
it
like a
turn-based?
month. Yeah.
It's turn-based?
Like I said, it's kind of
It
hard to
definitely
explain.
looks
It's
turn-based.
turn-based, but it's not. Yeah, hold on. I'm working on the video.
Nah, look at Discord. You got
I think I'll be the judge of that.
I'll be.
I'm an expert when it comes to these things.
All right.
Ah, you really now, huh?
Oh, we need some gameplay.
You should know, Double M. Oh, okay, it's showing up on the screen.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you suppose this is? The army leaving its
I
toy.
love his hair.
Now,
Yeah, I remember this game. Like,
I just finished this place. Like I'm in this area.
I can try to play this.
All right, here we go.
Close to 12. Like 12.
Yeah, and I haven't played 12, so I can't say.
Turn-based.
you know, I want to say
Because the enemies on the timer, you just faster than them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
It still had the little
turn-based,
stop action pause. In
Yeah,
it, though.
yeah.
still got the turn-based.
But it's
Oh.
not, hey, I'm going to stand here while you slap me across the face, you know?
but
Exactly.
it's definitely like attack.
But you do
It's not
say
like you
fast.
pick one thing.
I won't.
It's not like you.
like Elden Ring.
It's not like you press one command. It's like you pressing like button here.
Do you guys agree with Mr. De La Vega?
Ray over
I
here talking
get
about
what
it should
he's
stay
saying.
with PlayStation to make it interesting.
I don't know what
you
he's
talking about?
saying.
Friendly
I don't know who
competition?
that is.
In the chat.
That's not friendly competition because PlayStation
Quote,
didn't
unquote.
make the darn game.
Air quotes. Air quotes.
They don't share nothing. They keep
No,
all
they
in the
don't.
house.
No, they don't. I see where you're coming from.
Guess
I
what?
think
They
that
can keep
should
it.
stay with PlayStation. Makes
Yeah.
things interesting between consoles. And
They
I don't
can
know. I
keep
feel like if you're a third party company, you should make games for like all consoles, really.
To the highest bidder. Yeah, no, I agree. All consoles, because you're not tied to
all
one
consoles.
manufacturer. So free
If
free
you
for
third
all.
party, all consoles.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think PlayStation would like that to some degree.
At all.
They don't like sharing at all. They like it.
Why is it
Nine.
interesting?
Nine.
Because is it because the Xbox has all the West RPGs? Is that why you saying that, Ray?
RPGs. Like what RPGs do the West have that are current?
I guess technically the Starfield. Yeah, Starfield counts, right?
Oh, okay, Ray.
Hey, matter of opinion.
Yep. Thanks for sharing your thoughts with us,
Mass
though.
Effect.
Appreciate it. Yeah, Mass Effect.
Yep.
Yeah. My sisters. Oh
Why
my
they bringing that
gosh.
back?
Yep.
Are they just remastering it? They gonna put another edition to it? Are they gonna do another team?
Well, they doing
Have
another
it-
Mass Effect. They're doing
Yeah.
another Mass Effect. Yeah, they're doing another Mass Effect.
All right, so that's one.
So another Mass Effect is coming out.
Because
Well,
it's like everybody just need to make new stuff. That's my opinion.
I agree with you
Stop
on that.
I don't think
recycling.
anybody should be spread. Yeah, you could spread it on everything for more people to play it, but at the same time, each system gonna have its different advantages in playing it. Just like that's why I like playing fighters on PlayStation. It's faster, it's speedier, feels different. But
Mm.
people just need to put more faith in developers and making games. Indies have proven that time and time again.
Facts.
And the best games lately have been coming from mods, if not old IPs.
When it's easy to go back to an old IP and make it better because you're going back and fixing your mistakes, or somebody else is going back and fixing your mistakes. It's always easy to take what someone else has and correct it and critique it than make something brand new and make sure it works, because you don't know how somebody may feel about said game, your development, blah 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 blah.
Fancy debugging.
Yes.
Pushing them out every year. Instead of just letting it like cool out for a little while, they like every year they gotta release these games. Like, come on. There's gotta be some kind of more diversity in the gameplay than what it is.
But Capcom is doing a beautiful job with those Resident Evils.
Oh
Speaking of
yes,
that,
I can't
speaking of
wait. Die Hard fans.
Oh wow, I thought you was about to mention Street Fighter 6.
speaking of that, did you see that
That's
they
why I said Resident Evils.
Resident Evil? Yeah, Resident Evil 7.
all of them are beautiful. They are.
Well, did you notice it went out of Game Pass the week before they put the 4K patch in there? I mean, the patch in there to bring in 4K and all the other good stuff.
Of course,
I'm like,
it's pumping at 120 now.
Yeah, 120, and it does 120 with no problem.
Oh wow.
No problem. And the Series S can do 1440 with ray tracing, but it still stutters, and it'll do 120 and it'll stay at 100.
Ray like the remakes.
Yeah, that's 7. 7 is a beast of a game.
I still gotta play 2.
7 is the scary one.
2 is the scary one. What you talking
It
about?
ain't. I mean, I'll say that's the crazy
7.
one. It's crazy.
You know what? The only scary. I'm not even going to say scary. I know where Double is going. So this is a spoiler if anybody hasn't played it. I don't know what it is about the Resident Evil series, but they always got to show that blood scene where you getting stabbed in the hand, your hand get cut off, and something of that nature. And I'm like, I don't get.
You mean when you die?
You get Rick Grimes.
No.
I know which part. I know exactly what part you're talking about. Yep.
I'm trying to make sure people. I'm not trying to spoil it. I'm just trying to. If people who have played it would pick it up, and I'm like, why? That's the only part of the game, to me, in my opinion, that's in 7 that's gory. Let's say it's gory. That's the better way of saying it.
All the horror games have some kind of ridiculous amount of gore. I just got
it's like they wanted to show gore. Like,
yeah,
look at this.
Pain. Look at we could do it with this engine. Look at how grotesque it feels. Look at how awesome this looks.
I think grotesque is a good word, because that's exactly what it was. When you play that, when you go through that scene and you play the game, it's like, really? And I'm like, okay, I didn't want to play it. But that scene I just did not like. It wasn't a scare in the game. It didn't scare me. It was just, you can make, right, you can just make any game.
Y'all did that.
Right. You can make any game gory, but it's hard to scare. The game wasn't scary to me. Like people are saying,
games lose me because it's like,
right.
Like even within was scary though. It was gory, but it was scary though. It gave me some good scares.
You know,
right now it's a difference.
It's kind of like
scared.
Yeah, it's kind of like Saw. Not to interject, but this is like on the tip of my tongue. You know how people categorize Saw as a horror movie? Those are not horror movies. Those are just gross snuff films. Like, how far can we push it? So that's how I look at it.
That's it. That's it. Because people were saying, well, play Resident Evil with headphones on.
Ooh, VR?
Lights off. And VR, you don't get scared, blah, 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 blah.
I play all my games with headphones on.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I be getting so scared. Because it's all especially with the acoustics, how the Dolby Atmos in the headphones. Oh my goodness. It sounds so good, but it's scary at the same time. What game was I playing? Max Payne 3. I kept hearing this knocking behind me, and I kept taking my headphones off, but it was the headphones knocking. It sounded like somebody behind me knocking on the door.
Like, ooh, that's
Well,
me.
headphones,
Yo, that's
headphones,
bugging me out.
headphones work great with first-person shooters. In Call of Duty, I hear all footsteps and people sneaking behind me.
Oh yes,
And I
that's a
know they
must.
was
Even for PUBG.
yes, you
You hear
hear
them feet.
all the
How you
footsteps.
think I'll be calling out directions? 135, 240. Like you hear around where it comes from. It teaches
So
you how to
yes,
pinpoint sounds with your
headphones
Wilson. That's crazy.
headphones are a must in game.
Mhm.
So moving on to our next topic, which is
Lost my topic.
there are rumors, I don't know. Or do you think Sony will have another state of play by the end of this month? Which, if they don't have it this week, it's definitely not gonna. If it's not by next Wednesday, I don't think they'll have it because we're going into the holiday or next month.
Oh, there you go. There go that game. All right, what you saying?
I said, do you guys think Sony will have a state of play this month or next month?
I'm hoping so they can spring out God of War on us. It's really nothing for Christmas this year. I mean, nothing.
I'm just gonna say
They got
maybe
Call of
on that
Duty.
one.
They got Call of Duty.
Okay.
And that cat game, we can play the cat
But they
game.
got the cat game. Didn't Sir Rich said that he wanted to play that?
I'll play it.
The Stray Cat.
Yeah.
That's it.
That
Straight
does look
Stray.
fun.
It's called Stray.
I told Sir Rich that last week. The Stray Cat.
I'm not gonna lie, the art style and setting actually looks interesting on that game.
It does. It does. It really do.
What looks interesting, pray tell?
Stray. Also,
Stray.
I saw the cat for 5 seconds and I'm like, okay.
This look like a
Are they gonna have dogs in it?
Probably.
Most likely.
Get a toe up. Gotta run from them.
And if that's the case, I'll have to check it out. I doubt it. I'm gonna sit up here and tell y'all a fib. I ain't checking the game out.
Gotta be some kind of risk involved, man. But they really all they was like really showing in state of play was like VR games. They were really, really VR heavy. So
In terms of like what first party stuff, the only three things I remember the most, and they were like the highlights, was Street Fighter 6, Resident Evil 4 Remake, and Final Fantasy 16.
Any of those games coming out this year?
I don't think they have games coming out this year other than
Nope.
VR stuff.
I don't think
Also, I
so.
was like, they led with VR,
Nope.
like y'all get all this stuff this year. And then they had that Roller Dome and Final Fantasy 16.
Okay, we got the cat game up. What does the cat do? Does he have special powers?
It looked like he got a backpack of some sort.
That's what it looked like. That's
Look
what
like
I
a
see. A
screen.
backpack.
This cat's got a mission.
I think
Ooh, look at his eyes.
he
You see
might
his
be
eyes change?
mechanical.
Yeah.
You think what, Double?
I think he's mechanical.
Oh, really?
Do you see his eyes change?
Oh, why? Because of the eyes?
Yeah, his eyes change.
He could be a cyborg.
Sorry, help me out. Help me out, please.
It just looked like a puzzle game.
That's what it looked like, exactly. So
Like what?
please,
A beautiful
puzzle
puzzle game.
yes.
Interesting puzzle game at that.
3D puzzle game. Oh my goodness.
I don't see a dog yet.
You seen the giant roaches?
He was a dog the whole time. Haha.
The roaches gonna get you. They're gonna dog from behind the books.
Oh.
Stray, come be me.
I'm sorry, I just couldn't. I don't see it at this point. Oh, that come out this month? next month.
Yep.
Okay, see, that's the one that come out this year.
On my birthday.
2 days after mine. Hey, Cancer, turn up.
They knew.
Right.
Oh boy, here they go. Here they go. Here they go. Here they go.
I would try it. It's an indie, right? It's not gonna be full price game, is it? But who
You know,
knows?
Sony will charge you $79 for every game.
Yeah, they like all my games cost
I ain't
$80.
paying it.
Cheer. Over cheer. Come out them pockets, bro, ham. Come out them
So
pockets.
speaking of that, that's on our topic list. Do you guys think that with inflation the way it is, the current economy in the current state it's in, do you guys think that $70 games will be impacted and hit by gas prices and skyrocketing inflation? Let's just say that. You think that's going to impact the gaming market? And do you think which part of the gaming market do you think it's going to impact the most? Whereas, do you think $70 games around Christmas if gas was $7 a gallon? Do you think the soccer moms are going to be able to spend that money, or would be willing to spend the money on $70 games?
They can spend their money on all types of stuff. Yeah, they gonna be because the problem comes in with
So you don't think that the gas or anything is going to impact people's spending habits?
they probably not gonna buy as many, but people go still pay that $70. People, Sony got some diehard players, man. I'm telling you, people
Sony
gonna pay
has
that.
some.
That don't mean it's not gonna come at a cost to them. I'm not saying it'll be a wise decision to buy these games at this cost, but there are people who will.
But yeah, you also gonna have your diehard gamers, but diehard gamers don't, in my mind, can fund the whole industry. You got to have your casuals and everyone else. You like, say for instance, they release God of War this year, and the diehard Sony fans buy it. Let's say that's 2 million. I'll give you more. Let's say that's 3 million. 3 million sell it at $70.
Yeah,
Is that $210 million that they make?
I don't care how
And
much they make. I'm just saying people gonna go out there and buy it. I don't know if it's
right,
gonna
but I'm
take
just
much
saying,
to cover it, to cover the cost of the game or not. I don't know if that's gonna be.
I know people will buy it, but what I'm saying is, will it be gangbusters?
I don't know.
That's my question.
I don't know. Because yeah, God of War 1 was gangbusters, but that's because they changed the system. Can a game similar
And
to
it was no
sell?
inflation, no inflation.
Yeah, could it sell more on without inflation? Possibly, but with the inflation, it's gonna be a natural decrease, and it's gonna be people that
Right.
wait for the second wave. But it's like the question is, how much is that decrease gonna be? And like you say with the market, but now they starting to have all these leniencies with the government, and it'll cause people to do this false security. Like they starting to alleviate some of these food taxes. They starting to alleviate they trying to alleviate gas taxes and do all
We'll
stuff
see.
like
Right.
that. So
Yeah, we may
people
have a
might get a
gas tax.
they might get that little security and get used to buying a $70 game, and they might not feel it. But some people, it depends on how many people actually gonna be like, nah, I'd rather go to Xbox and pay for this
And
Game Pass.
yeah.
I don't know.
I think a lot of soccer moms categorize people like that will
Yeah, they would like to be on
gravitate.
Xbox.
They will gravitate more to the subscription type services because they like, you better play what you can find on that box that I just paid that subscription for. I'm not going out every month to buy you a game. So if I bought you a game in October, November, and December, that's $210, actually more than that.
Yeah.
So that's why I brought it up.
You talking about like special occasions like a birthday and holiday.
You got let's say you got 3 new games coming out. You got Call of Duty coming out. Let's say God of War come out and another game come out. Well, you're going to buy Call of Duty, you want to buy God of War, and you want to buy another game. And soccer mom may like, look, $210,
Yeah.
and that's a good sum when you have a family.
Oh yeah. Especially all the milking that they're gonna do in all of the games, or try to at least Call of Duty. You know, they gonna milk that Call of Duty.
Oh, Call of Duty one. Go ahead.
I was gonna say,
Oh, go ahead.
I think mostly during the holiday season, and this is just a thought. I can see companies selling consoles at like loss initially, just to get in new customers, which will help them gain market share from their competitions.
True.
Assuming that this makes up for the lost revenue from selling games and, like you mentioned, the online subscriptions. Game Pass, for instance, offers more games through its subscription versus PlayStation as of early 2022. And the new Spartacus might help Sony provide competitive alternative to Game Pass. So time will tell with that.
Oh no, that
What
costs
is
too
it?
much.
Like I said, time will tell. Nintendo's affordable subscription service, air quotes, and family-friendly games will likely continue to delight gamers looking for new and classic titles.
As long as you don't upgrade it. As long as you get the regular basic, just with the Nintendo and Super Nintendo. Don't go to that Nintendo 64. That's $50 a year. You crazy? 20 or 50. Crazy.
What about you, Double, and what you think?
I think it's a lot of people out there with disposable income.
You do.
They just faking it. No.
Yes.
You think there are a lot of people out there with disposable income?
Yes.
Or they think it is.
Where they
Even
live
with
in
the
Dubai?
inflation.
Really?
Yes, even
I
with
didn't-
the inflation.
Okay. So you think gaming is not impacted by inflation?
No.
Okay.
You don't think it is?
People are
Okay.
gonna buy their
Interesting.
games. If you want it bad enough, you're gonna get it.
Is
Soccer
that
mom, yeah. Well,
you
yes,
think
of course, soccer
everybody
moms will-
are the now, as Service said, we're not talking about dedicated gamers. Dedicated gamers cannot support the consoles.
Talk
That's
about
why
everyday
everybody's
people.
going. You're right. I'm speaking of. That's like what Double is saying, and I'm giving an analogy. Double. That's a person smoking cigarettes. You think they're gonna stop smoking cigarettes because the cost of cigarettes went up? No, they're gonna
Nope.
keep doing it. That's
They're
what
gonna
they
keep
like.
doing it.
But I'm talking about everyday people that have kids, not
Not the chain.
dedicated. You gonna get what you want. If it's a game you want, it's not gonna bother you. So Rich gonna get the game. Lady Jazz gonna get the game. Mega gonna get the game. I'm gonna get what I want. It just so happens that everything I want is on Game Pass. So
Well,
So
look
I
at
get to try
that.
it for free and see if I
Well,
want to buy it.
exactly.
That's what I told them. That's what I did to that 2-point hospital. I was like, oh, they finna drop this out of Game Pass. Let me buy it. It's $11.
He sure did. Let me get all these DLCs.
I sure played.
Well, I mean, that's exactly. I mean, families is gonna gravitate more and more towards Game Pass.
that's why I'm saying
With their
subscription
services.
services.
It's just a fact, you know.
So my point, the reason why I said that, I think that you will see if gas prices continue, inflation continues in this upward trajectory, then I think you're going to see as a result, the subscription services will take a good rise, and a lot of parents are going to start subscribing to it because they're going to look at it as a standpoint of, hey, I don't have to keep investing in games. I can pay this small bill and $10 a month. I can afford that. I'd rather afford $10 a month than pay $70 for 3 months or $59.99 for 3 months to buy a person a new game. Because if you look at it this way, let's say if you play on the Xbox, I don't know what comes out for PlayStation. So if somebody want to look up, well, we can say PlayStation, we already did. So Call of Duty comes out. Let's say God of War comes out. Madden comes out. That's 3 games right there. Madden comes out, what, in late August?
Yeah,
Then,
something like that.
Call of Duty come out in October. Then another game comes out. Now, let's say if I was on Xbox, Plague Tale Requiem, that comes out October. That gory game, it's not gory. What's the name of that game where you use body parts to
Scorn.
That's it, body parts. That comes out. Then if you want to play
You
the
mean
new
the
Call of
nasty game?
yeah, nasty.
Squishy, squishy, moist, moist.
Yeah,
Nasty.
squishy.
It's moist. Moist.
Then you have all those games, and that's That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. So I just think I don't, if inflation continues, like I said, in this upward trajectory, I just do not see the video game industry doing as well this quarter. I think there's going to be a nice drop. I think there's going to be a nice drop in the summer all the way up to around November. And they'll do well Christmas because parents are not going to let their kids not have some form of fun toy or some type of gaming experience. So they're going to buy something for the kids, which to me is going to go back to saying, hey, I'd rather give you a subscription service than anything else.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that, and this is funny. I'm thinking, okay, when we say families, the moms and stuff, these moms are 40 years old. They grew up with games too. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Mhm.
I mean, we literally got families that grew up with games. So they not naive either. They may spend the money.
Yeah, a lot of my girlfriends with kids, they play games with their kids. So, yep.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how many.
It ain't like our parents.
I'm like, what is this? No, put it back.
Oh no! When that new kid Call of Duty come out, you ain't playing this. You're not playing this one.
I can't. So it'll be interesting to see.
It will be. That old nasty.
I'm gonna play the game scoring, but I hope it's good. I don't want to pick the game up and put it down. I really want to try to play the game.
It's gonna be in Game Pass, right? It
Of
is.
course.
There we
it's
go.
coming to Game Pass.
Day one. It's day one.
I'm not gonna lie, this first person perspective reminds me of Doom.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Because that was extra gory and gushy and all them sound effects, all that.
And it's super fast paced.
See, listen to it. You can hear it. Let me turn it up.
Team at Ab Software can't
Yeah.
wait for you to uncover the secrets of this unique world as you experience Scorn.
Sir.
So this is what we got to look forward to for the holiday game.
Yup.
Yeah.
Scorn.
Scorn, Plague Tale Requiem, Call of Duty, Madden.
Yeah, man.
That's
Dropped already, I think, didn't it?
No, Madden didn't drop. I think it drops next month.
Okay.
They won't drop it until they get
the.
the. Yeah, they won't
Oh, yeah,
drop
the
it until
brother.
till they get the new.
And I remember back in the day, they used to drop it at training camp, and then they used to update the roster.
Yeah.
Man, what happened to that?
With the goal
That's
of
what I
giving
want to
players more
know.
control over the games.
They do not like they don't want nobody to know they can update the rosters like that. They just do it later on in the season, which kind of make no sense. Oh, whatever. They need to just do a subscription service for Madden.
But we'll see. Like I said, it's going to be interesting second half of the year because we start the second half July 1st. That's going to be an interesting time.
Yeah.
Now, does anyone know that I know, did they apply the 4K patches to Resident Evil 8 or anything? Did they do anything special to 8? It was just 2, 3, and 7.
I think it was just 2, 3, and 7.
I think it was just 2, 3, and 7. 8.
They said
Did
8
they
already was
add the
good.
third person mode?
That's only going to be for VR, right? Not VR. I'm sorry. For the other part, I don't think they had the third person mode. If so, I'll play it. I was waiting until I got down 2 or 3 more games before I hit that game.
Yeah, that I wish 7 was in the third person mode.
Yeah, me too.
because that the first person mode it scares me.
Oh, jeez,
Mhm.
Louise.
I still gotta finish the third
That is
remake.
too
I've
much
been
for
taking
me.
my time, tiptoeing on too. Man,
I was playing. I think was that 2? And yeah, it was 2, and I got stuck in the sewer, and I stopped playing.
which
You
part?
stuck in the sewer.
The elevator?
Yeah, I think it was the elevator. I'm probably like maybe 60-70% finished with it.
Yeah, you're not too far if it's the elevator area, the sewer,
Hmm
all that.
Yeah, I think that's why I got stuck at. And 3, I'm just at the beginning of it.
What about 8?
8, I'm stuck in the village. I just seen a couple of werewolves, and they
Oh,
was
so you
hunting
really
me.
just started, and you because I hadn't started it yet, but I
Neither have
seen the
I.
preview. I got to start it, but I'm on a wait, so I'll probably start it next month in July.
It's good. It's good, and it looks great.
Still have that
Well, that's
classic
good.
Resident Evil feel.
Yeah, yeah.
Good, because I think I'm echoing the sentiments of tons of people out there, diehard fans. They lost me at 5. Like, I played it to play it, but they lost me.
You wait a minute. You didn't like 5?
Not
Wasn't
particularly.
5
Oh,
the
I
one
loved 5.
dealing with the zombies in Africa or
The
something?
Zika virus.
The
Yeah,
Yeah,
Zika
the
virus,
zombies
yeah.
had guns and
I
stuff,
love that
and
game.
I
Oh,
had fun for the multiplayer aspect. Like, it was fun to play with a friend. But it was kind of over the top to me.
They kidnapped Jill and turned into a monster with a jewel. She became a Marvel vs. Capcom character.
Chris punching the heck out of a boulder. How you gonna punch a boulder and turn like really?
Because they got superpowers for being in direct contact with the Z virus. They getting their powers. They getting their
Yeah,
Alice on.
I
Tell them
think
to
I
be
beat it
Alice.
in co-op with Darius.
Oh, okay.
Hmm
Let them be Alice.
Ugh.
What do you guys think about or have you guys heard? Moving on to the next topic
Moving on.
about um, the new updates to xCloud with the latency and the stacks.
Never heard of that.
The only thing I looked up, it said they were adding where you could use a mouse and keyboard. I didn't see too much.
Yeah.
What else was
Well,
in
they just updated the latency stack where I'm paraphrasing this, where the TV input latency, they got a new software, something with included in their software SDK, I'm gonna call it, where if you want to do online or cloud gaming with your game, they'll give you it's something in an
That's
SDK
a woman.
API. It's an API, and it eliminates up to 70 milliseconds of latency,
Yeah,
and that's tremendous.
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for
Is that cloud?
Yes, this is
Yeah.
cloud. Yeah, so they just released that this week, and I think if that's the case, that's going to do wonders to cloud gaming.
Oh yeah, because that's the main issue, the lag and how you get all them
And
frames and whatnot.
Brad Sams did a good video on it. His was really quick.
Still all about the network. Still
Well, you're
about
never
your
gonna
network.
outdo console gaming, or PC gaming, however you choose to call it, direct connect. But I will say this: I played Plague's Tale. Remember, I told you I was playing Plague's Tale and I did that via cloud gaming
How do you like that?
once, and it was okay. It was latency there, but it's okay. It has, as opposed to me playing it when it first came out. No, as opposed when the xCloud first came out, and I was playing with it, and as opposed to now, there's a big difference.
Mm.
It's bearable. It is actually bearable.
Well, okay, so you saying it was like potato before, and now you
Right, and it's
okay.
it's 720p, so you can definitely tell it's 720p. And with the new game stack, I think they said that they go 1440. You can go up to 1440. I know it's definitely 1080p, but I know you can go to 1440p. So the games are going to start looking better with cloud games.
They ain't straining those server blades.
Excuse me?
They not straining those server blades.
How? How are they going to strain it? Everybody get an Xbox to themselves.
I'm just wondering about this error that I get when I'm cloud gaming. It was like it's a high volume of traffic.
I never get that error. How do
I've
you
never
get it?
seen that.
That's it'll say Xbox clouds experience a high volume of traffic. Try again.
I got that at the very beginning when it first started. I never see that now. I don't
Ooh.
I
ever
still
see
get
that.
it.
Y'all see
Do
that?
you?
Yeah,
I
still
remember
get that.
I don't get that whenever like in the last few months, like a couple months ago when I still like tried like cloud gaming on the phone back when like Near Automata was still on Game Pass, and to be honest, I'm still salty that I left Game Pass, but yeah, I had no like issue or errors with it.
But you was playing it off your phone?
Yeah, like connected with like the
You see a lot.
Xbox controller by Bluetooth, and this was like back at the time when like before we had like 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, and though granted, I mostly use like mobile data, but even using like our like old like Wi-Fi router, like it had like hiccups here and there, but I felt like it was like playable. I felt like it was playable.
Yeah, I
Mm.
got you.
How was the
Yeah.
picture?
How's the picture?
Yeah, picture and connection good?
Well, to be honest, the term of picture quality, it was kind of like,
Like I can play it, whatever.
but it was like, it was like I can, but it was like I can handle it. I'm pretty much playing it. I was pretty much playing it on the bed.
Gotcha.
To be honest, that sounded a little bit wrong, but you know what
No, I got
mean.
you. I got you.
You
You can
was playing on
you can recline. Told him yourself. Ah!
Get your mind out the gutter.
The butter.
So okay,
Y'all see that at the
so
top though? Let me go back. Cause I personally haven't seen this. I mean, keep talking. I'm
so
trying to get to the stream.
in theory, everybody gets a Xbox coming off the cloud.
Yeah, if you playing in the cloud, you get your own Xbox. That's why they got them all up there.
I'm still wondering how they split that data.
Explain.
I don't know.
What do you
I'm gonna
mean
have to look
split the
into that
data?
more.
What do you mean
I'm a,
split?
I shouldn't be getting that error.
No, you shouldn't. Now, are you playing via phone?
It could be anything. The computer,
Really?
the Chromebook.
Or it may be your ID because I've
Yeah.
never get.
You might got to call them about that one.
Yeah, you have to call that because I don't see why you're getting it.
They probably got to release something on their side.
I'm gonna look into it.
Have you tried? I don't know if you got a. I don't know if they block your access at work and don't let your personal phones get on the network. But if they do, you can see if you get that error there too.
Yeah, try it at work on the guest.
Shit, I'll bring my Bluetooth controller to work tomorrow. I'll let you know.
Because I never get the error. I got it at the very beginning, and that was it. So I don't get it anymore, thank goodness. But it's interesting to see how far xCloud has advanced and how far it's coming along. So I guess next year they'll have another iteration. I would expect, in my way of looking at it, I think by this time next summer, Game Pass is going to be hitting full stride. And their technology upgrade will be in place where I think they should be able to go by December 2023 4K. Because I think Google did 4K, didn't it? And
The as in over their stream networks.
yeah, maybe only went to 1440p. Let me stay there.
So have you tried Stadia?
That's what I was talking about. No,
Yeah, I
I
have
haven't
not.
played that. I was
Pretty sure
salty.
nobody here tried Stadia.
I was salty when they said you had to something about renting and you don't get the game, whatever that convoluted mess was. I'm like,
But you written it. Yeah, you don't know it.
It's like the Steam console, but worse. Sorry, Google.
yeah,
So what you get? You get 1 free month. I'm gonna try it.
I don't know. You can get
If I'm
one.
not mistaken, the way how it works is a little bit like different, as I would say, compared to other like subscription services. But I believe if you like pay like the subscription service, you still have to like download the game and such, kind of like Game Pass. But if I'm not mistaken, if you like don't have the subscription, I think you still like technically own the game. I may be wrong on that though.
I don't know about that.
I'll have to look that
Sure.
up because now I want
Yeah.
Yeah,
answers.
look that up. Cause I do know like the thing about Stadia subscription thing. There's like one big like either like problem with it though. I don't know. It's
A lot of
confusing.
problems with Stadia.
Let's do it. Like I said, make sure we'll see how that goes on. So, what do you guys think about, or have you heard, have you heard about the dilemma with Diablo Immortal? Have you played Diablo?
I never played
Yes,
it.
I've played. Not the new one.
Wait, played what?
I didn't hear that.
Diablo Immortal.
Oh
No.
well, of course I'm not gonna play as my first Diablo game.
I just heard
I
it was
played it
like
on
super
my
casual.
iPad. It runs very smooth, but I just don't like any game touchscreen. I'm not. So I would probably have to hook a controller to it. If I can't play with a controller, I don't want to play. But it would probably play good on my iPad with a controller. I played it. It was very smooth. And the
How are
big
you
issue
like?
is, go ahead.
How are you liking the microtransactions?
I was just going there. Was going to say, I could care less about microtransactions because I know I'm not going to spend my money. So it's not a big deal to me. But the outrage and the mitigated gall that they have, they being,
Blizzard.
what's the name of that company? Blizzard, to charge in the way they designed the microtransaction, where it is bona fide, in my opinion. Let me say my opinion. It appears to look like gambling because you keep spending your money with rolls and you don't win anything. But
It's a turnoff to me.
right, but I can play it because I'm not worried about it because you're not going to get any money from me. I don't care what, because it's a character and I'm not going to build them up. If I'm gonna build my character up, I may as well play Bethesda game, go play Skyrim, and keep building my character up, or
Elder
finally break
Scrolls.
it, go Elder Scroll, or go down and break down and get Elden Ring and build a character up. If I'm gonna spend money, but other than
Diablo
that,
3.
or Diablo 3, yeah, Diablo 3. But that's a big thing still brewing on the internet, and everyone's upset about that game.
Because Diablo, you're not supposed. How you gonna make it pay to win? Why are y'all trying to force pay to win so much? Y'all trying to get all the money out of all the games.
Cha-ching.
True.
But they have one
Yeah, that's
YouTuber.
really not fair. It's never really fair to me.
Because that's the gems you need to make the epic gear that they put the pay to win on. So once you make a certain level, you're just not gonna be able to get strong without using that.
That's what they were showing. One guy, he was having so much fun beating everybody up because he spent a heck of a lot of money to level his character up and know when he was invincible, so to speak.
That's just a hey, I have more money to throw away than you competition. That's all that
Yes, more disposable income that you can just throw away and do
Did he
what you
spend
want
like
to do.
$15,000?
That's one guy. One guy they say spent almost $100 grand.
Jeez.
Oh wow.
Go outside. Take a walk.
And put it like this: not even you were growing up, and your parents say you something you should never tell anybody. If I spent $100,000 on microtransactions, none of you would ever know. Because you'd laugh in my face, say, "Oh, that's okay," and then behind my back, he sure is a fool. But
He's winning.
there you
I
go.
call you a fool to your face. Like, you a fool for that, but
I wouldn't say that about you.
I would.
I know that's right.
Buying all them virtual items, I would definitely say that to you.
He said find all
Somebody
them
used to
virtual
say-
items.
Why are we looking at them? I'm gonna talk about you. Why are we looking?
$100,000. I'm like,
You
are
spent
you?
$100,000 on what? Show me what you spent $100,000 on. That's exactly.
Now, not show you.
That's disposable
No, not
income.
show it.
You a Zoom
But
fool
not
for
show
that.
you. If I spend something up, if I spend $100,000 on anything, I can guarantee you I can touch it, pick it up, take it with me
I
somewhere.
know that's right.
If I spend $100,000, no way on God's green earth would. But hey, like you say,
I'm
disposable.
gonna buy a house on a video game.
But you should have morals. The developer, I'm not gonna say developers, but the company, the developers, I don't think they were down for that. But like you say, the higher ups was like, nope, design in a way we can always make money.
Because it looked like it's fun. It's just
Oh, it is fun.
they got all the paid walls behind it. Then that's the worried. Is this the test for Diablo 4? Because that's what it seems like to me.
A paid test.
I mean, the Assassin's Creed games, I mean, they full of microtransactions too, but you still can beat the game.
Couldn't say that about
Looking at
Diablo
games,
4.
I was about to say, looking at gameplay, especially watching like Double M play those games, he speed through those games like a boss. But yeah, it definitely looks like a game where you really don't need to like buy anything to like upgrade your character and all that. Sometimes I forget that the game even has like microtransactions. The same goes actually for Immortal Phoenix Rising, which is from the same developer. I sometimes forget that Immortal Phoenix Rising even has microtransactions because you really don't need them at all. The game feels natural without them. Microtransactions in like Ubisoft games feel like a side thing or an extra thing.
It never affect the gameplay. Never. And that actually makes me want to buy something. I get those DLC packs. And I'm pretty sure they make tons of money off those too, because they don't feel forced.
Yeah. Just like
I agree.
Halo 5 made all that money on the microtransactions because they say you can buy them and they don't do nothing. There.
You look at it.
But then they changed their whole philosophy in the next Halo. Hey, buy all of the costumes that you've been using for all the years of Halo. Now you have to buy them.
I don't know if they fixed this. This is a little peeve I had. Didn't you have to like buy the colors or patterns for particular pieces of armor? So the color doesn't just go, come on. That made me so mad.
It's the color, it's the old school Halo costumes, actually the old school armors from all the Halos.
Oh, so that orange don't work on this.
And they sell them in parts. So
yeah.
You don't get an upper body, half a torso. You got to buy individual parts for shoulders. It's ridiculous.
And if I bought a color palette, I want to be able to apply that to whatever the devil I want to apply it to.
Exactly.
They do it such a horrible way.
Sometimes those color palettes suck though. I mean, it's like it's not the true color.
I don't care. At least you get the color palette.
Bam. And at least you get to use it on everything.
Yeah.
You can change it. Not where if you buy it, you only can use it on this one costume. You can only use it on this one chest piece. You can only use it on this one shoulder piece. You can only use it on this
It's
one.
like, how much can I get for one rib? Just one. Nah.
Yeah, exactly. Get one real Chris Rock.
So you can't use that. You can't use that color palette on anything you want.
Nope.
No,
Right.
Just for that particular armor piece that you bought it for.
Yes.
Only.
So that shoulder piece, not the set. Not the shoulder piece, the chest piece, the leg. No, just the shoulder piece.
Not the awesome samurai set that you just
that's
unlocked. Nope.
So I can't walk around it looking like Cameron in all pink.
Nope.
Oh boy.
Can't be a bad boy. Bad.
Oh boy.
All right, my bad.
See that's stuff they need to just open it up to everything. I would want to buy that if I could just use it on everything.
It's money.
I wouldn't want to buy it at all. How about that? I would want to be able to do a special challenge that's very difficult in unlocking. And if I get frustrated with it, then I'll buy it. But
there you
You
go.
say my way or no way.
There you go. Play the game.
Now that's
stuff.
one thing. That's one thing Forza had when people were designing those cars. They can still do that, right?
Yeah, and you can do it in was it Need for Speed 2? You can design and people can buy your designs or download them.
Wasn't there a debacle like that on Forza 2 about the expensive cars? How much it costs for the cars?
Uh-oh.
On one of these Forza?
Yeah, now see that was cool.
What, buying cars that you normally can unlock very easily? Having to spend a big chunk of in-game money for them?
Well, I mean, people that knew how to, do the art and use those palettes,
Yeah, but you can't do that. You got to unlock all that stuff. And now all that stuff is behind paywalls now. They trying to do that. Do all that stuff.
Sucks.
That's what I'm saying. If they get away with it in enough games, they're going to start making it a way of life.
Like they did microtransactions. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So all the Forza will be like, hey, you want that? You want that sticker? Nah.
They won't notice.
That's $5.
So in that, let's just hope Diablo Immortal comes to their senses, meaning Blizzard. Hopefully they come to their senses, but I don't think they're going to change because then other people will probably request refunds. However, after Microsoft, which I do think I think by the end of this month, next month, they're going to say something about this merger. And maybe it goes to the next phase where the Federal Trade, is it the FTA? Who Federal Trade Commission, FTC?
Yeah.
Is dealing with that. Maybe they'll come out and say, well, we have no further questions, like they're in court, move on to the next level. Then the European Union. So I think if we get good news by the end of July, we may see that merger progress much quicker than everyone's thinking, but we'll see. That being said, if it comes under Microsoft's ownership, I think they will reduce those microtransactions.
It's hard to stop a company like Microsoft because they mean so much to the American economy.
And they still big tech though. Yeah, but you're right. They got their hands in a lot.
They got their hands in a lot. Defense, defense contracts and stuff like that. I just think that they just holding up progress.
That's to a degree, yeah. But as that saying goes, haters gonna hate. So you got a lot of people that don't want it to happen.
I mean, those are thousands of people, jobs. They want to give them unions.
Yep.
When it comes to that stuff, I mean, you just can't stop stuff like that.
Time will tell, my friend.
Yeah.
So moving on to our last subject, fall lineup. Let's start out with everyone telling us what they're looking forward to.
What fall lineup?
Say that again.
The fall lineup. What favorite games are you looking forward to this fall?
Well, I could say for me, Plague's Tale.
Requiem. Yeah, I think we all want that. So everyone played it and beat it, right?
Yeah, I beat the mess out of that game.
Yes.
No,
I couldn't put it down.
No, Mega
It's
didn't
one of
beat it.
them. I couldn't put it
nor
down.
did I even play it.
It's one of those. Once you pick it up, you're not gonna put it down.
Once you
Nope,
get
you won't put it
one thing-
down.
What I don't like about it, I'm sorry, the game is good. This week, I still don't like the mechanics of the controller. I think if they
Oh
fix
yeah,
it,
the mechanics are weird, wonky.
yes,
But
that is
you
what.
put up with it.
Yes.
You-
Now, if they critique that, the game is going to be awesome. So that is a game that I'm looking forward to. But go ahead. Whoever was talking about what games they were looking at. Mega.
Well, first of all, I don't even know what games are coming out at the fall.
Oh my. You don't
Hit
know what's
that
coming
Google.
out? Yes.
Specifically fall. Can you give me like any examples?
Well, one I'm looking forward to is Grounded. Even though technically we've played it, it's been out. What else? Overwatch
I do want
2.
to play Grounded with a group.
Yeah, exactly, with the group, because I can never get a
Yes.
steady group. People
Right.
leave
If I
or
can get a
wouldn't
group of
cooperate.
people, right. If I can get a group of people, I will play that game.
Mm-hmm.
Really, I'm gonna see.
Yep. And then was it Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2? That's October 28th.
That's me.
What else? And Marvel's Midnight Suns. We're not going to talk about that one.
Why not? Y'all love
Oh.
that XCOM. I'm Marvel.
Let me see.
That XCOM Marvel going.
What else? Oh, well, this is
Stray coming out in
August.
July.
I take that back. Gotham Knights. I want to
There
play.
you go.
Oh,
That game's coming out at fall 2022.
Here you go, Sir Rich. Well, it's August, but 2 Point Campus.
I already know. That. But that ain't fall. That's like this. That's
Yeah, so I said that's August.
almost fall. It's almost.
And then there's a skate sim game that's coming out called Session. I'm
Never
interested.
heard
Yeah,
of that.
they trying to bring out skating again. So maybe it'll be a new good one.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's still pointing for fall 2022. Gotham Knights.
Blah.
October.
Blah, 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 blah. They better change that fight system because that fight system look way too ugly compared to the games I'm used to. That looks ugh. What they did.
I
to
think
Red
that
Hood.
Suicide Squad game's still coming too.
The Suicide
Is it?
Squad game looked way better than Gotham Knights though. Way better to me. But I don't see it. I think it's coming out next year because I'm looking at the list. I don't see it.
Scorn. We all agree on Scorn. I'm looking forward to Persona. Persona 5.
why? Because it's coming to Xbox
Yep.
finally.
And I'm sick of hearing my sisters talk about how I need to play it. But I'm not trying to buy a
I mean, you
PS5.
do. You look like the type of person.
What you talking about? No, this way.
Scarlet and Violet. A new Pokemon coming out.
Oh yeah, Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, that actually does look interesting because it's like the first Pokemon game that's like truly open world.
Like the last one was supposed to be.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sonic Frontiers.
I'm looking for, like what Jazz said, I'm looking for Requiem. I'm looking for definitely Call of Duty.
Excuse me.
Are they?
Wanna put-
You talking about that Modern Warfare 2?
Yes, Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned.
Excuse me?
When is that? What's the date on
I think the 28th of October.
No, okay.
It's coming out at the end of October. I know that.
Because that is one I will play. Because Modern Warfare is my jammy jam.
Yep, 2 was my favorite. Yep, October 28th. Here we go.
And it's supposed to be a remaster or something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because it look incredible.
I think I still have my original disc.
Do you? I think I may still have mine as well.
Old school foods and old school foods.
So we see what's coming out. So on that note, Jazz, you want to do the outros?
Sure.
Outro.
Well, first of all, let me thank every single person in the chat. Even if you're not here and you're watching this video in the future, thank you for clicking on it. Thank you for stopping by and chatting with us. If you are in the chat, do us a huge solid. Hit that like button, share it, because we're doing this again next Thursday. Every
bat
Thursday, same time, 7 Central Standard Time.
Same bat channel.
Yep. Let me pop the socials up. There we go. Bam. Yep. There we go. So, yep, appreciate it. And Sir Rich and I also stream. If you want to do us a favor, check us out on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Sir Rich. I'm going to put those in the chat. Yeah, I'm going to put those in the chat after, because I can't multitask unless someone else want to post that in the chat. And then twitch.tv/JazzyMoto. But again, I'm talking too much. Thank you sincerely for joining Gamers DMZ. Anybody else got anything to say?
I would say is thank everyone for joining us. Like Jazzy Moto said, we're here every week, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Invite your friends, tell everyone you know. We're just starting out. Things are going to get better. And in the future, we're going to start reviewing games and telling people what type of games we like and give scores. And I think we're going to develop our own scoring system because I think it's better to have a scoring system. You can't give a game a 10 if it has frame rate issues, buggy. I don't care how good a game is. If it's not, it can't be a 10 unless it meets all criteria. So we're going to try to do that in the future.
10.
That's a good idea. Here. That's a great idea.
Yes.
No game gets 10.
Right. So I think just watch out. I think we're going to come up with a good methodology on how we update and play games. I think it's going to be very much that it applies to every game. No one is better than the other. It's just a standard. So just watch out for that coming in the future. That's all I got to say.
This not IGN. We're not giving 10s.
You got to earn them.
To every single Call of Duty that releases.
So again, thanks everyone for showing up. We appreciate your time. And please, when you get the opportunity, check out Sir Rich and Lady Jazz on Twitch.
Yep, links are in the chat.
And watch their videos and mix. And yes, that's all I have to say.
All right.
Double. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining. I'm out. See y'all next week.
Holla, holla, holla.
Later.
Holla, holla.
See ya.
Holla, holla.